Our opening item, first we're going to stop and take a moment of silence. So before we begin, I'd like to invite you to join me in a brief moment of silence, gun violence moment of silence. I think we need that now more than ever. This is a remembrance of the lives lost and forever changed by gun violence in our communities and across the nation. Let us honor the memories, stand in solidarity with those grieving, and reflect on our shared responsibility to build safer spaces for all. So if you'd rise for a moment, please. Thank you. Mr. Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Marley.
Here.
Ms. Barnes.
Present.
Mrs. Gerken.
Here.
Mr. Vasquez. Here. Mr. Parker. Here.
At this time, if you'd like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please do so. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Certainly must have some students recite that. Okay. Dr. Duran, the mission of vision, please.
Yes, you get to provide innovative educating opportunities that ensure the students prepare for their future by vision to empower each and every student to lead and live a purpose-driven life. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I would request a motion to adopt the June 23rd, 2026 board agenda.
So moved.
Is that moved and seconded? Any discussion? Harry County Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marley.
Yes.
Ms. Barnes.
Yes.
Mrs. Gerken.
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Thank you. At this time, presentations, and turn this over to Dr. Duran.
Yeah, we're going to try to do this brief break time.
Good evening. Tonight we'd like to recognize our retirees. Janine E. Bowser, Science Support Curriculum, 33 years. Luana S. Braun, CCSE, Oakdale, 33 years. George T. Grossman, Option for Career Tech, 36 years. Darla Harris, Paraprofessional at Bowser, 41 years. Donna Kern, Facility Site Coordinator, 26 years. Tamara K. Nelson, Phys Ed, Glendale Philbach, 32 years, 6 months. Maureen A. Trunkna, Cashier, Scott High School, 28 years. Shelley M. Veronica, Secretary 2 at Bowser, 40 years for a total years of service, 269 years and 6 months. We'd like to congratulate all retirees.
Thank you very much. Section 3, our community comments, and there are none for this board meeting. We'll go to section 4, which is organizational input. We have a student representative tonight. Very happy to say that Samaj Aldrich, she's the incoming 11th grader at Toledo. Now, I'm turning it over to you then.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As she said, my name is Samaj Aldrich, and I'm the incoming junior at Toledo Health Science Academy. Today I'm joined by my mother, Amanda Aldrich, and my aunt, Danielle Lane. My highlight from this past school year and ongoing school year is that we got to open a wellness room at Pre-Med TTA, the Wellness Campus, in September of this past school year. I got to be the first class to experience the New Mercy campus over on Madison and Jefferson. And I got to experience that the second round for my junior year in the beginning. And then for this upcoming school year, I'm very excited to see how my SMART group progresses and how it can make even more of a change for the incoming freshmen and sophomores. My involvement in pre-med is that I am a SMARTS 3-year activist, and I am a COSA, which is a series of medical competition cert member. And in that club, I earned 2 second place regional awards. I was 6th place at state my freshman year, and my sophomore year is to be announced. My future plans after graduating is to be an NFL emergency sideline responder And through pre-med, I get to experience kinesiology and get more certifications for my major in anatomy.
Okay, listen, I don't know how you're gonna follow that, Ms. Wade, but by all means. Right.
I had an opportunity to speak to this young lady for a few minutes before the meeting starts, and I can tell you that she's extremely articulate, she's extremely intelligent, very well, you did a great job. You did a great job, and you're going to do great. You're like, are ambitious, you have goals, and you just keep on trying. Don't let it roll my way for the moment. Good evening, my name is Jordan Wise. I am a parent leader. I'm also a PTO president and one of the Children Catholic business. I have 2 daughters who are currently in TPS schools. They have been at Elementary Stewart, they're sitting back here, my baby London, my baby Paris. I have an incoming 5th grader and an incoming 6th grader. We are transferring to Hawkins Elementary, and we are super duper excited about going to the new school. When we toured the school, we were floored when we went to open house. I was overly excited. I love the principal, Dr. Winfield. I'm extremely impressed with everything I've seen over here. And we're looking forward to the next school year. And right now, we are just really trying to stop and enjoy our summer like the rest of you are out.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to move to Mr. Emilio Ramirez, the tech.
Just want to wish the fathers here a happy belated Father's Day, and hope that everybody, fathers, mothers, and anybody else, get some rest over this summer, the next couple of weeks anyway. Thank you.
Thank you. I do not see Mr. Dalton Fieldy. Is there anybody as Mr. Parker is absent? No. We'll move on to comments by the board. Mr. Vasquez.
Yeah, my only comments are just to hear you talk is just fantastic. But I also want to congratulate Mom and Aunt, right? Okay. And we want to thank them both for being here. You think about how fantastic our young people are. And matter of fact, I was talking to somebody else about role modeling and how important that is. And obviously, she's had some good role models. And behind all of our young people are adults. And I want to thank them and congratulate you for that and for supporting them so much. So, and then other than that, I just want to say it's already been just beginning a little bit crazy summer. Enjoyable, weather's getting decent. So just starting to enjoy being outside of it. So I hope everybody has a good time this summer. Thanks.
Thank you. I would also like to start by thanking Samaj and just telling you that it's really moving to hear you speak. And sometimes you just never know when that's going to happen. Like, oh my gosh, listen to her, I'm so proud of her, I can understand it. But really, you need to know that that's our why. The reason all of us do this, and you're the why, right? You're the why we have a word education. And Mama over here, our parent representative, who is always bragging on her love of TPS. Here you are, exercising another choice, because we are the district of choice, and you chose another one of our awesome STEM schools for your kiddos. So that's pretty cool. I love it. Just a quick update I thought was interesting, because now I'm looking at Mom and Aunt going, are you the TPS graduates? Are you?
I actually didn't know 2023.
Okay. So the reason, because we're like alumni, huh? Alumni? We're actually, okay, so I just, I can't help but think about, I have replaced Mrs. Barwick on the TPS Foundation Board of Directors, and we did some strategic planning on my very first meeting there, so I'll be honest with you about that. And I ended on the committee for alumni relations, alumni development, trying to, really get a handle on our alumni. And I just wanted to mention that that our committee is outpacing all the other committees, and we really do have a pretty cool plan going forward to kind of build up that base. And I wanted to kind of brag about that. And so now every time I see an alumni anywhere, it's like fish in a barrel, or like, we got to get you on the alumni page or something. So everywhere I go, I'm very aware of like who are the TPS friends that we need to make sure we're talking to and talking about. This is multi-generational, right? You're proud of what your daughter's doing, and we want to know, so anyway, I digress. I got excited about alumni. I also just want to mention that I know in July our board committees usually take at least a bit of a break. But with the transportation plan and all the school closings, HR committee will have another working meeting tomorrow. So we're still at it, and we will be meeting in July because there's just so much still to do, especially on that side of things. So just let me know we're still working in July this particular summer.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Barnes.
Thank you, Madam President. Samara, I say thank you to y'all. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I am so happy to work with you another year at Smart. I just love, as a fellow advocate myself, especially for mental health, I just love what y'all doing in that space. And I hope we can continue to not only listen, but actually work with you. So that's my goal for Smart as a board member. And thank you so much for taking your time to come here. And Mom, Auntie, for bringing her here through the summer. I can appreciate it, because I know summer is busy when you have a kid that's active. So, so I appreciate that. Ms. White, you are my heart. You know that. Fellow parent of J-Lab, and just all you do and all the love you show our kids, and you're just always an inspiration. As a parent, a TPS proud parent myself, to always do more for our babies. I mean, you, from prom to graduation, you showed up and showed out like always, and I just want to say I appreciate you. I do appreciate you for that, because I know it's not easy, especially when you have your own kids and their activities, and you still thinking of others. So I just want to say I see you, and I thank you so much for a great senior year for my baby. Speaking of, this is the first time, I think my brain is crying right now, but this is the first time in back since graduation. I held it down. I did good. I didn't cry at the end and for my speech. But I just want to say thank you, Dr. Grant, honestly, because of the vision you have for TPS, the things that you navigate through, where a lot of people tell our students, whether they're zip codes, race, gender, whatever name you want to say, they can't do something. You make sure there's a way. Even with the small class at J-Lab, 14 babies have access to business tools and certifications that adults have never even heard of. My son went for his job, and he brought his career portfolio. And the director was like, I need to do that. I need to get a career portfolio. And he was on it. She was so impressed. Everybody was actually impressed and talking about it. And I was even impressed about it, but I was like, I gotta get myself together. So thank you for your vision and making sure you see our babies being successful even when others don't. And I do appreciate it as a parent, because I live proof why I'm TPS proud, because I see it in my son and his friends, and he's going to be a Falcon. So it's okay. I mean, go blue still, but I tried. But I just want to say thank you. And I know sometimes it's hard to smell the roses when fertilizer is in the garden. But I just want to say thank you, because that moment, and now seeing the success that TPS gave him to continue even more, the thriving part, he is definitely showing in his new future as a young man. And I just want to say, Brother Parker, thank you for just always being at the graduation with me, because I did a couple, but at Jones I was holding it together by a thread. But I thank you so much for being in the crowd cheering for me, making sure that I can go stir crazy. We're trying to be a parent, having family members and a board member as well. I do appreciate you always being there with the mints. I love mints. So this year has been very challenging, as we know, school year, I should say. But going to all the graduations that I was able to attend, even the 8th grade graduations I was invited to speak at and convince, it really reminds me once again of the why. So much the why, and I'm so proud to say yes. A lot of people that said no. I will continue to believe in our students, despite what the headlines may say about TPS, our students, our community, our youth. We have some outstanding youth in our community that are doing amazing things daily. And I want to amplify that. Scott's track team has been cleaning up, and no one's, really pay attention, but I'm like, these are future, Usain Bolt's over here, and our rugby team is cleaning up. I mean, we have some, and not just sports, we have students who are getting full scholarship rides, pharmacy tech license, and right out the gate of high school, we have some amazing students doing amazing things, and I definitely want to make that louder than the few that have challenges that makes the headlines. Speaking of that, I want the community, because as an advocate, the community started talking about good activities for the summer for youth over 13. When you look at a lot of the programs we offer here, not just kids but in our community, it usually is about 12 or 13. That's when the funding runs out, unless you are into sports or a specific kind of curriculum like robotics, music, art, things like that. So I really want to start, the parents, family members, community members start asking, where can our dollars go to give the students something to do during the summer besides have challenges and get into trouble? Not only get in trouble, but trouble, happens, when the idle hand, come put your casket at an idle hand, them playground, something like that. Is that right? Yeah, idle mind, okay. It was what we call idle hands, only with the church Tuesdays. Anyway, but I just want to really try to push that narrative. We need something for our students to do that is productive and not tied to one or two things. The last thing with gun violence in every facet, this is time for us to get louder and louder about asking legislation for common sense gun laws. These incidents, these horrible headlines, these not going to stop. It's not just in Toledo, it's not just in Ohio, this is across the country, and we need to start pushing for common sense gun laws. Unfortunately, our state is not listening to us because they're talking about giving guns back to former DV felons, which is very dangerous. And as a person who's a DV advocate, as a social advocate, that is the most dangerous thing they can do. So we need to be louder than the lobbies that's paying some of these state elected officials. Anyway, last but least, please be safe, have fun, and we can't take this season back next school year.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to, even though most times when our retirees are not here, we really want to acknowledge and celebrate our retirees and the over 200 years combined with this month's retirees of 25 years or more. Samaj, I think it's like on a playlist where you hear music, but it's like the same tune, same lyrics, because you heard it from all of my previous board members, but I am really thankful for you being here during your summertime and really your excitement, your intentionality is so amazing. It gives us hope that we have our students who are working towards really leading and living that purpose-driven life. And you're definitely doing that to your wonderful mom. And again, just thank you so much for being that puzzle to the success of who she is and becoming. Ms. White, thank you always for your consistency. It's just always so wonderful to have that parent seat feel, and you have been very consistent in doing that. We're really excited about whatever journey you continue on as parent representative, giving us the updates, because most of us have been in that seat. We understand how parents are important for our district, and so your voice is important, your impact is important. So continue to be great and do that as well. I just really just want to say that this year, how many got graduated? 13? I made 12 of the 13 graduations this year. And I do that not just as a representation of the board, but I kind of do it for my own personal selfish reasons. Because of the fact that we go through so many challenges throughout the school year, that I just love the opportunity to see our students who have, despite the challenges, they champion through achievement. And that is always great to see them get their diplomas and celebrating, and our board members standing up and accepting them, and all those great things that take place. Went out from the stage running audience. I just love to be a part of that moment. For me, it's the most wonderful time of the year to see our students graduate, and the joy of parents realizing that this journey, this part of the journey, has been completed, and the future is endless for what they desire to become. So again, thank you all so much. Have a safe summer. Find the rest if you can. Help myself. Just find the rest of every opportunity that you can and enjoy it, because before you know it, you blink, we're back at it. Thank you.
Thank you, board members. I will also send out my congratulations to all the graduates. I was a part of 5 this year. I did my overachiever efforts in the beginning of my term many years ago, and so I'm not going to go to all of them, but I will say that that's where those, just true, pure joy comes in, because you see all of the hard work that they've accomplished, and their future is so bright, and you just get a taste of that in that moment, and it's exhilarating. I've been able to attend some of the graduate parties they've invited me to, and so I always bring my favorite book from Dr. Seuss, so the places you'll go, and and writing a little inscription in there. And I think I'm grateful, right, for that I've been invited. Not that I would be invited to all of them. My goodness, I'd be broke. But I would say I was able to attend Addie's from pre-med, and you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, yes, we got a book too. So Addie is, and I only bring this up because she's walking into her college at Miami University as a junior. At 18 years old, as a junior. And I'm so excited for her and her boyfriend Lance and her brother at Alger, like what he's going to do, like he wants to be a fireman. Like I'm just excited. There's so many great things happening at TPS, and we don't get to hear all the good stories and the good stuff all the time. We hear a lot of negative out there, and graduation season just kind of washes some of that away, that negativity, and just you get to feel that positivity, and that's really at the end of the day for me. What this position is about is creating those opportunities for students to accomplish their goals and create futures. I'd like to congratulate the retirees. Again, 269 years is nothing to sneeze at. We've had more retirements, I feel like, this year. That's a lot of knowledge walking out the door. It's a lot of knowledge, and I feel like we're going to have it. That's going to have an impact on us for sure. So I truly congratulate them, and I wish them well. And I'm so thankful that we have a student rep and a parent rep here. It's always great to see them so much. Thank you for being here. What I picked up on most, though, goals, you got it. Like, you're on it. I'm excited for your future. But I will tell you, and Ms. Perkin knows, the smarts aspect, when you spoke of that, makes the mother's heart feel a little happy, because this board made it a central focus to create smarts and fantasy. And you guys have taken it and grown, and it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see. So thank you for mentioning it. I look forward to seeing what you are going to do this year in Smarts, and what the Smarts group is going to do across the district. So please make sure you keep us informed. And then, of course, Ms. White, I'm super excited for you. You switched schools now. So I'm sure Hawkins PTO is like, okay, we got a live one here. Let's go. Oh, well, now we know what your thoughts will be. So they will. So thank you for being here. Truly, we appreciate you. I'm so excited. And then I'm glad Ms. Birkin brought up the foundation, because I would love at some point, I always feel like I passed the baton. Kind of as far as I was going to go with it, passed the baton to you for the foundation. And I'm excited about what you guys are doing right now, the committee structures you're doing. At some point, maybe you can bring them to a board meeting to do a presentation on what the foundation is doing, what they're accomplishing, and the goals, and how we're going to help in that area. Yeah. And then I certainly want everyone to take a moment to relax and have a great summer. School will open before we know it, right? And I would be remiss if I did not say a little something about the state. No break. There's no breaks for school board members, because now we have to deal with policies that we have to put into play that we don't agree with. One would be the success sequence. We've done resolutions, we've called down there, I've made calls to the governor's office, I've done all of those things, I've gone to give testimony, others have done that as well, and yet they slip it in, they move it forward, and it's really dictating to our parents how their child can be successful. And I find that offensive, because every family is different. There's not one true pathway to success. And we're going to deal with it, right? We're going to deal with, just like we deal with all the policies that we have to deal with. But at some point, something's going to have to change on Columbus. It really is going to have to change. It's government overreach yet again. And then I would also bring up just a hint of the financial picture of all districts in the state of Ohio. There are over 120 school districts right now that by 2029, their financial forecast is going to be deficit spending. That's what I know of right now. I would imagine there's going to be more. How is it that can be? How is it that all school districts are in this position at the same time? I feel like we need the community to really start asking the questions from the state perspective, because what they're doing at the state is starving public education. That's truly what they're doing. It's death by a dozen cuts, and we're not the only ones. We may seem like it because we get into our silos here, and we're focusing on what the media is saying, we're focusing on what is going on, we're focusing on school closures. We are not the only one. We are one of hundreds of districts that are in this position right now. And I don't know about any of you, but I never want to go through what we just went through. Most districts, it takes them 1.5 years to do what we did in less than 6 months. So it's been a lot. We need a breather from this before we start moving forward. But I would like our community to really start paying attention to what is going on in Columbus and questioning our representatives. So with that, I'm going to move on.
Madam President, may I just say that they had to give $1 billion in vouchers this school year, just to put that out there. Or extra million, excuse me, yes, you're right. Yes, they still have not paid off all the vouchers, just saying. And most of those families, once again, make the average of household of 4 can make up to $200,000 to qualify for a full ride or voucher. So just wanted to put that out there.
No, I appreciate the discussion, because if we look at it, the state is, they are spending less dollars on public education, more dollars on vouchers, and more dollars on charter schools. Yes. Because there's no moratorium, anybody can pop up a charter school. and there's no real accountability measure. You know what? I'm pushing the fire. We're going to move on because we could absolutely talk about those topics for hours. All right. Section 6 is the consent agenda. Agenda items 6.01 through 6.28 are the consent agenda items, and board members may request to pull an item from the consent and move to the discussion section of the agenda. Item 6.01 to 6.05 is Human Resource Committee. The chair is Polly Fiedler-Perkin, co-chairs Randall Parker III. Item 6.06 to 6.18 is Budget and Finance Stabilization and Operations Committee. Chair Vasquez, co-chair myself. Item 6.19 to 6.21, Academic and Program Redesign Committee. Chairs Polly Fiedler-Perkin, co-chairs myself. Item 6.22 to 6.23, Legislative and Policy Committee. Chairs myself, co-chair Sheena Barnes. Item 6.24 to 6.25 is the Bridge Committee. Chair Randall Parker III, co-chair Sheena Barnes. Item 6.26 and 6.28 is approval of board meeting minutes. I'd like to request a motion to approve the consent agenda, please. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marwood,
Yes.
Ms. Barnes,
Yes.
Mrs. Gerken,
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Thank you. Section 7 of the agenda consists of reports and minutes from this month's committee meetings. They are here for information and reference. No action is required, so we can proceed to Section 8 of the agenda. It looks like there are no discussion items for this month. Is that correct? All right, we'll move to Section 9, walk-ins. So there are any walk-ins this evening? Great. Moving on to Section 10, Urban Childhood Education Action Items. Chair Sheena Barnes, co-chair Randall Parker III. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Barnes.
Mr. Ball?
Yes, this evening I have 4 different items that I'm asking for your approval. You'll have to vote on them individually, so I'll go through them one at a time. If you like, our first item is for the East Toledo Family Center. Renew our contract that will go from July through December. That will enable it to be in tune with the grant cycle itself. And at that point, then, we would look to do a yearly contract. Would you like me to go through all 4 at one time or go through them one at a time?
Let's just do one at a time.
Okay, so that's number 1. That
Yeah,
is
so-
10.01.
Okay, 10.01, the requested motion to approve the East Toledo Family Center contract.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marwood,
Yes.
Ms. Barnes,
Yes.
Mrs. Gerken,
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
10.02.
Okay, thank you for your action. 10.02, the district, as part of our Head Start award, received additional COLA dollars this year. So 10.02 would be to give one of our delegates, the Great Lakes Community Action Agency, their share, which is $14,816.
Thank you. I'd like to request a motion to approve the GLCAP amendment.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marwood,
Yes.
Ms. Barnes,
Yes.
Mrs. Gerken,
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Thank you for that. 10.03 is for COLA award for our other delegate, the Lucas County Family Council, which is $8,330.
Okay, I'd like to request a motion to approve the LCFC amendment 2026.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marwood,
Yes.
Ms. Barnes,
Yes.
Mrs. Gerken,
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Thank you for that. And finally, 10.04. We had several items, including a roof, transportation that were budgeted that came in under budget. So I am asking for a Head Start carryover request for those funds to be used for this coming year.
Okay, great. I'd like to request a motion to approve the Head Start carryover request.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marwood,
Yes.
Ms. Barnes,
Yes.
Mrs. Gerken,
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Thank you for your action.
Okay, thank you very much. Section 11 of the agenda consists of early childhood education reports and minutes from this month's committee meetings and are provided for your information and reference. No action is required, so we can proceed to section 12. And are there any early childhood education comments? No. Okay, that is. We're going to go to section 13 through 15. Dr. Durant, any comments, please?
Yes, again, 13 graduations. You know or can recall that one of them was Rogers. You recall young man Kate went on to serve in the armed forces. Lily had to be deployed the day before his graduation. That ceremony was heart touching just to see how they set that up as formal as possible, and their family truly appreciates that. As well as the pre-med academy had its first graduation as well. So I think you're going to be what, the second graduation class? Third, okay, well there you go. You'll be in a long legacy of history, pre-med academy, and so when she speaks of the host of competition, understand pre-med second to none. They are number one in Northwest Ohio in competition, meaning they have finalized with 61 medals. The second place team medal is third. In the state competition, they finished number one, receiving the most medals out of all schools within the state of Ohio. All the ones behind them were wealthy suburbs, finishing behind our pre-med health science academy, speaking to the dominance they have in that field. So kudos to you, because you've seen she was on display today. I don't think any of us asked ourselves if we could speak to that magnitude about our lives back at her age. I don't think we could have done it. I could have been mom and aunt, and congratulations to you. I know you can be nothing but more proud when you sit and listen to someone who takes control of their education, control of their future, and at the end of the day, know the outcome for them and take advantage of opportunities and resources here at GPS. With that said, again, congratulations to our track athletes. You saw Scott finishing the relay number one in the state, along with Doug. They are going on to the national, along with Morgan at Woodward. Understand, Morgan has never done the high jump, came out of nowhere and was a natural. So just to be able to have the body, the campus, she was just a natural, and so she's going to go on to the national just as well. But we're excited. We appreciate our elected officials who brought her down to Columbus to recognize both God as well as her in her accomplishment. And so, again, we're wrapping up summer school's almost over already. We've got next week into the summer. So we'll continue to move forward and continue to move fast. And at the end of the day, be ready for another great year. So, again, have a great summer. Keep that proud.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Sexualty.
Yes.
Your official last meeting.
I just want to thank you for the trust and support that you guys have shown me. The privilege to work with a board that is so committed to the students we serve. After me, we went through a lot of success and challenges. Just love the movement. You get us proud. Academy. We got a lot of good memories. We've done a lot of good work. But as I retire, I thank you for making this my last chapter, and I'll always be keep you guys proud. It's always been a privilege and I'm honored to serve with you guys.
And we're actually going to get a picture with Mr. Sexualty tonight. But we're going to go ahead and board members, any last comments?
I guess the only last comment I have is I want to congratulate Mr. Sexualty on his retirement. And I will echo back to you, Ryan, that what a pleasure it's been working with you so closely on the finance committee. And as the people have referenced, we've had some pretty tough times. And I have personally, besides our regular meetings, I have personally called you and made specific requests of you throughout those times, asking for some of your personal commitment beyond what people see in meetings and so on. And you always kept that. You're a man of integrity. You're a pleasure to work with. Your professionalism is beyond what I think people can expect. So I just want to thank you, and I want to tell you we truly miss, because I was counting, and a lot of people don't realize it, but calling you at night, calling you on weekends, calling you on holidays, calling you on vacations. And so I'm sure that the next treasurer will be glad to do the same. I have to tell you, Ryan, you're always there, and I want you to know how much I appreciate that, and the kind of respect that you gave back to us. Greatly appreciated.
Ms. Gray?
So, Ryan, I guess I've been on the board long enough now to hire 2 treasurers. It was the first big job we had as new board members. I always like to remind folks that 30 days before Mrs. Marvig and I and another board member took office, the previous board hired Dr. Durant. And I was like, wait a minute, you got a brand new board come out in 30 days. Why don't you let us hire him, right? But it wasn't long before we had to hire a treasurer. So, I've just learned so much from you and really appreciate your tenure here. And honestly, truly wish you well in your retirement. I know you have so much that you're looking forward to doing, and so much in family and this young niece and nephew that you're so close to. I just know that you're gonna love not getting that drive every day and just being close to your family. So I really, really appreciate your time with us. I thought kind of that it was your last meeting until that moment. Oh my gosh, it really is this last meeting. But I see that our finance committee did corral you to continue to help for a couple months. So that's really interesting too. I do want to make a comment on something that was in our consent agenda. That we just authorized the implementation of the 3-tier transportation and bell time system for the 27-28 school year. And I think the silver lining in that, the fact that we are going to be doing it this school year is that parents and child care organizations and everyone else that impacts have plenty of time to plan for it and really get implemented. And I know it's too early to start, all the communication on that topic, but I think the fact that it's coming, just to continue to say it's coming, right? So people aren't scrambling. It's going to be it's going to be a bonus, I think. And then just looking for a committee home for that transition. I imagine it's going to be transportation usually in finance committee, so finance committee will make sure they're taking a quick look at that, and then I'm sure in curriculum to the extent that it impacts programming, like early programming or different things that are going on, classroom-wise, we'll also get briefed along the way for how that's going to affect academics. So coming soon, a 3-tier bus schedule. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to say to all staff members and Ryan, thank you for real for just being patient with me. When I got up again 3 months later, we had COVID. So that was nothing that the books that they gave us prepared us for. But each staff member in their own ways, okay, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do. Ryan, you took your time, because I was like, well, I don't know what they're talking about, this whole possibility we should do, like, no, we shouldn't. But I thank you for that, because you broke it down, you didn't say yes or no, you actually told why yes or no. And even if I pushed back, you broke it down a little bit more. So I do appreciate taking time with me. And I think what people don't understand is when you are able to assist different learners, right, that's a skill. And I saw that in you. You were able to break it down for each of us in our different learning capabilities of what accounting, finance is in this realm of school funding. So I do appreciate you taking your time and doing that. But also to just the staff, period, in TPS, the ones who have told me something or the ones who have told me history of something or advocated for something with me. I just want to say thank you so much because once again, you are with big CPS. You know, the family, the children, yes, but staff members doing what they do because of love for you, for the future, for education. You are what makes CPS proud. I just want to say thank you to all the staff members. Thank you, Ryan. I probably was going to be like, I don't know what this is. He's probably call Ryan or little Ryan to help me. So good luck, Ryan, with me. Y'all can talk about me. I give you permission. But I do appreciate you taking your time with me. And once again, I just want to say I am so excited for the future because a wise man knows this surprising opportunity presents itself. So I'm going to go with that and say once again, be safe, have fun for the rest of the summer.
Thank you, Madam President. Mr. Fitzgerald, I just want to say, I think that's the most I've heard you talk in a long time. But I really am thankful because I too was a part of the hire Mrs. Fitzgerald. Then I was on a few months later, but guess who's back to work and but I'm thankful for this moment and, you know, honestly be a part of this. Out of all the words that I can think of, only two words come to my mind, that's thank you. When I look at you and how you've helped, like Ms. Mars said, like you've helped put the numbers and explain it to me to where a child can understand. Because I really appreciate that. And my last thing is thank you for being soft spoken, because your integrity is very high. And so we appreciate you. We know that you have served us faithfully and you've done everything to the best of your ability. And it shows by the success financially of the award and things such that TPS received over the years. And, you know, as we close this chapter and open a new chapter, we'll continue to operate TPS proud in this area of finances to the best of our ability. So thank you, my friend. A couple of months ago, your nickname was Doc. So thank you, Doc. Appreciate it.
Well, Ryan, where do I start? You make me feel proud, right? So I am appreciative. I don't know show, I know I can show me different times, but I am so appreciative of your willingness to sit down and talk about the situation, the financial outlooks, the crazy folks down in Columbus, and the impact that they're having on us. And I just appreciate very plain spoken, you know, because not everybody gets full finance. It's a tough gig. And you have left your mark on TPS for sure, in the most positive way. Regardless of the financial challenges that we experience, you've left a positive impact. And so I thank you for that. I'm happy for you that you get to go spend time with grandbabies, right? That's the good stuff. So I'm very happy for you, but we are truly going to miss you. Truly. Don't change your number because I'll be home. Okay, with that, we're going to go to section 16, which is adjournment. Go to motion. So moved.
Second. It feels like them with you.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Barley.
Yes.
Ms. Barnes.
Yes.
Mr. Turner.
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. We are going to